Okay, we should be nice, ready, and good to go. Hey Desert, welcome, how have things been going? I sadly logged into a little bit of a blunder, because the entire production got kind of stopped somewhere. Thankfully, I managed to figure out it was only due to a lack of 15 units, and things now got a little bit back in shape. There's still a lot of optimizations to do, but I think that's a decent starting point. I fixed up my battery production. I do like my scaled grinding units, all into one nice packaging, but my zircon has to come from the base. Can't really bring it back down from here, even though that would be ideal. One little thing with all these crucibles, this actually got me scratching my head for a bit. Because you've got two reactors which actually need sewage in order to produce the good material. But it's like water input, these need double input, they all have double outputs. They make one material, inert zircon effluent, which is useless and then needs to be treated in a water treatment facility, and then you have the reactor crucible at the end of the production line, which makes more sewage. But I don't know if I want to have it in a water treatment unit. I think this sewage should kind of circle back around to one of the two crucibles. So you don't use a conduit, you just keep one conduit from whatever refining production you have down here. It's a bit of a mess, and it's a lot more interconnected compared to whatever we've been doing back in Valley 4. But before I just delete everything and try and re-optimize all production from scratch, I want to at least level up the facilities. So, first thing first, hey Vincent, welcome, how are things going? First thing first, let's do our little dailies. We get these out of the way. Nice and fast, just a little bit of clicking, because Valley 4 is not getting any more upgrades. Not for the time being, at least. Stuff to buy, it's going to have to wait for next week for the reset. I kind of wish there was a faster way to list multiple of these spec good jobs, but apparently the moment you get one quest, you can't get any more. I think they said something about making the process easier, so hopefully by next patch it's going to require a little bit less clicking to do these dailies. Okay, now for the valley. And that's not enough XP. We still have to wait. Been lurking recently because of IRL things. Hey, thanks for lurking still. Just finished my Dirt Suba solo run and congrats. I still haven't gotten to those. I've been kind of getting back in Grand Blue Fantasy a little bit. I want to start fixing my stuff back up a bit. A bit for the anniversary, a bit for the future, because the past couple of United fights have been absolutely horrible. Okay, that's the last one. Two missions for 50k, we've got 400. Just need to craft a little bit of gear and finish the dailies here. And let's go for Tangtangs. Thankfully they made this stuff a little bit less painful, even though the prices are going up. These need an update. These definitely need an update. It can't cost 60k for one. That's way too expensive. Okay. But no second level, that's too bad. Gloves, we actually had a couple of options. In the end, I opted out for the new ones. It looks like we're stopping here. Ah, well, sadly leveling up characters actually takes a while. Arsenal's always nice. And nothing on the second. Alright then. What else do we need before we move on with the story missions? I was leveling up her weapon since she's my main DPS. And I've heard a few complaints that leveling up units in here actually feels a lot slower compared to other games like the Hoyoverse and whatever. And I'm afraid to say that they're kind of true. Not only due to the material requirements for leveling characters up, but also due to the fact that the materials are so spread around. And that's the break. The team being a bit low level kind of makes me suffer, but... was that Yvonne going ba ba ba? Yeah. It's not enough for her to shoot, she has to make pew pew noises with her mouth. Now, when it comes to the character designs, they actually nailed it. They've made them way too cute. And honest, they've got me praying that they release more male characters, so I can have a few banners that are easier on the soul to skip. Like... she goes Gao. How the hell am I supposed to not pull? Okay, thankfully that was enough. And of course missing T-Creds. Yvonne and Gilberta are up there for sure. Honestly, a bit sad I missed out on Gilberta, but something had to give. Hopefully I can have enough for her rerun, because she's still a very, very good buffer. And yeah, since we finally have the ultimate energy fully available at the start of the domains, these things go down. That's something crazy. Thankfully, this is also true for the boss domains, so if you want to try rotations, try characters out, they make them a lot easier. Hell, this change made a lot easier trying to get the medals from the bosses too. Okay, we need more materials here. Weapon experience. But I guess this one now can wait. The wedges, I moved on to Tangtang. This already maxed with perfect essence, so she's got nothing to complain about. Only that maybe she needs a few more levels. Levels and skill levels. At least until we get to the level 40 for the battle pass. At that point, she can get the weapon from the battle pass. That should be a little bit better compared to this one. Yep, absolutely crazy how fast this stuff explodes. One thing I'm a little bit sad about is the fact that I was kind of hoping for this outpost to go up to level 7 today. Okay, up to 80. Level 90 is going to have to wait though. It's probably going to have to wait a lot as well. What are we missing here? Dive attack, 40% damage, 60% damage. We should probably pick this one up. Or just go back to farm for her skill levels, because she's a little bit low still. That like, you get in with the fire team, you can just spam all the ultimates and everything melts instantly. Just time to put down the defense down from Ardelia. Oh, come on, where were you? Okay, and we should be able to farm even more. I think I picked the wrong reward as well. That is for the high tier. We might still need the lower tier for the base stuff. No idea where all these sanity potions are coming from, but I'm damn happy that we got them. Okay, defense down is up. And even after the nerf, the shield guys can always be annoying as hell. Main worry so far though is the fact that until the skill levels start getting up into the masteries, the multipliers are still kind of missing something. And in order to actually master all the skills you need, you suffer. You're going to suffer a lot. 18k left, so just go for slowly, one by one. Most of our damage should be coming out of the skill anyway. And I think we might be done with the sanity expenses for today. Level 19 already, nice. A completed side mission, we should be able to do everything. Regional level 7, I don't know if it's going to happen today or tomorrow, hopefully later today. In Jimbo Stockade, place 4 electric pylons and or Zeronite pylons. I think we managed to place down fewer than that, mostly because there's really nothing in here. Unless I need to start building some... what are they called? Zip lines. Exclusively for the quest. The other one, any depot node to level 3. And we should have the mats to do this as well. Spot is not hidden now, is it? Oh, I think it might be. Because we've explored this area before, we didn't manage to get there. Curious. Hello, Hevarix, welcome. How are things been going? Wonder if you can just jump down and get there eventually. Because, yeah, there's still more stuff down here. But I have no idea how to get here outside of jumping from above. Okay, so the other one was level up this station here in Wuling. It was not the recycling station. Which one was it? Oh, depot node, there we go. The sooner we hit the high level on the battle pass, the better. And this way we can start stocking even more materials back home. Or maybe not, because it's 150k. Which, mind you, I think we should even have. Just a little bit of maintenance, nice and chill. Okay, that's one done. 54k easy. And the second one is kind of close too. We don't get to photograph these lugs from down here. That part is that we don't even get to teleport once we are on one of these little boats. And this sadly doesn't count. This does though. And now that's everything. Should be able to level up our depot. Which was back in Wuling. So anyway, how has those roulettes been going? You guys getting lucky? Because I sure as hell am not. It's been mostly gold moons so far. I think if I want to pick something, well, if I want to get something valuable, it's going to have to come down to Spark and Amnitics. 100 pulls on a perma banner, kind of annoyed by that. Wait, how come? Didn't they also add more stuff to the perma banner? More summons and whatnot. Oh, cool. Development level finally up. 7. More basic at hunting. These still feel very little, because raising these levels is actually a little bit difficult. I think they should add more here. Especially considering that basic at hunting, all they really do is let us get standard banner characters. And even though these characters are still pretty damn good, doesn't really do much for everything else. And now for the suffering. I pulled for her on day 1, didn't really want to wait. There's a couple of extra tickets here, which sadly expire, so not much to it, just to burn them. 11 roulette, got some ultimate memory from the bonus wheel. Ultimate memory is the super ultimate Bahamut's, right? I got some too, even though I would have preferred the FA 0. Okay, now we just need to wait for tomorrow for the guaranteed 5-star, and then we're done with the gacha for the time being. At least until Rossi, because once Rossi comes out, there's the 10 pool from the basic one for pulling 60. There's going to be 10 pools from the login, and then yeah, no, that's about it. 5 pools from the login, 5 pools from the AIC. These I don't want to buy just yet. I want to keep these as an emergency thing. Okay, current missions all done, just missing 2 story missions, which we will get to soon. Oh, 3 more headhunting. Right, because we hit level 20. And not gonna lie, I'm kind of tempted to pick this one up. Agility, cryo damage dealt for 20 seconds after the wielder casts a combo skill. The next battle skill gains cryo and nature damage dealt plus 22%. Of course, this is not gonna be 22, it's going to be way lower. But even then, this should be better than whatever I've got on right now. Even if these are maxed. 20% crit, but she doesn't really do much with it. 24% arts damage dealt. When the wielder casts a battle skill, 16% arts damage dealt. Hold on, it's 24 and 16. Sadly, she does not apply arts reactions, because she's not hitting on anything. In order for her to apply arts reaction, yeah, I will need to apply Electro with Perlica and then use her battle skill, which is currently not happening, so 32% goes missing. But it's still 24 and 16 here. And even at max, it's 14 and 14. The 16 one goes only to the battle skill cast. Yeah, I don't think I'm buying this. I think she's going to stick to the... She's going to stick to her guns, the current ones. Even if these are worse compared to her best in slot. Doesn't she apply solidification with her ultimate? Don't think so. Unleashes Olden Staff for the eye, temporarily locks down, immobilizes, and deals cryo damage over time to enemies within a wide area of effect. When Olden Staff stops evolving, a rogue wave comes crashing down to deal cryo damage. If the controlled operator performs a dive attack, the evolution ends and the wave is summoned immediately to deal even more cryo damage. Oh, this is just damage. Haste and slow, and this is just the water sprouts. When applying Cryo Infliction or triggering Art's Burst, which is basically Cryo Infliction over Cryo Infliction, a jet stream that penetrates all enemies, dealing cryo damage and creating a whirlpool. But again, this is just her own Cryo Infliction off of her skill. On stack right here, if the battle skill creates multiple water sprouts, she also apply Art's Susceptibility. But no more stacks of Cryo Infliction. No, she comes in just with the Cryo Infliction and water sprouts. She applies the solidification after ultimate, but that's also at the end of the ultimate. And since she's the main damage dealer, of course, she had to get her weapon. Only problem, I still need to farm for these things. But hold on, during the last live stream, didn't they announce that there was something you could get or buy that would give you a guaranteed essence with perfect stats? Because that one I actually didn't see. I don't think it's the battle pass. This is all weapon and battle pass weapon stuff. Yeah, no, it's not here. Maybe it's going to be an event reward from somewhere. These have been done already, and of course it's not here. So either a future event, or maybe just maybe Edge Space. Got something new over in Edge Space. But it's not here either, just more headhunting permits. If I remember correctly, it's supposed to be in the redistribution shop. Oh, so it's a bit too soon to get it. And of course we don't get any spoilers for whatever's coming out later. People here need to work harder, I swear. They need to work a lot harder, because we are barely past the halfway mark for the level 3. And I want to see what comes out of here at level 3. This way I can go and start optimizing production for the future. Would it be in the Valley 4 shop? I think I've checked this one already and didn't see anything weird. Then the consumable, exploration stuff, and gifts. No, it's not yet. At this point, I'm curious. It's not even in the packs that you can buy. So it has to be some sort of free-to-play-ish reward that you can get from somewhere, but it's not in the game yet. Ah, that's too bad. That means we're going to have to farm for this thing, though. For the time being, let's get back to questing. Because we left things where Tangtang kind of left us behind to go deal with her grief for losing her big bro. Also, not gonna lie, I want this thing to do the level 3, because we have to do another of these little things here, the tower defense part. Kind of missed those. You're here to check in on Tangtang.
今回の件でお頭は忙しくしてる。ずっと姿を見てないし、俺たちもどこにいるかわからないんだ。お頭からの連絡はないのか？そうか。なら、お頭に一度連絡して状況を確認してみたらどうだ？
Doing alright, I wanna talk to you. Can we meet at this stockade? And apparently no, she's ghosting us.
もし誰か来たら無理やり働かせるか、99万9999本の弾もしくは倉庫からドラを引っ張り出してお頭に会いに来たぞと叫びながら砦を回らせろと。で、誠意が伝われば表に出てきて蹴飛ばしてやるそうだ。
Not doing the gong, this is urgent.
そう言われてもな。俺だってお頭に蹴られるのはごめんだ。
I'm really worried, just do us this favor.
じゃあ俺はあんたに話すことはできない。でも勝手に聞いたっていうならそれは別の話だ。
Yeah, sure, accidentally overhearing things.
ついさっきお頭を見かけたやつがいるんだよ。
残っても仕方ない。ルアンの兄貴は死んだ。みんなの心もバラバラだ。
But why are they leaving and where they're supposed to go? Big Bro might not be here, but Big Bro left everything to Tangtang.
出て行くなんてお頭にはとても。
それに話したくても無理なのよ。ここ数日座って休んでいるところさえ見てないんだから。
Food's ready. Deliver a serving to the chief's room. Bring it back if she doesn't eat. Warm it up again. Make deliveries faster and eager. She's bound to take a bite or two. Oh, come on. She's so bad. She's not even eating anymore.
でもどこにいるか俺たちは知ってるけどよ。ああ、俺たちみんな知ってるぜ。
I think I'm starting to accidentally overhear things as well. Yeah, sure. As if these two weren't the loudest people in here.
ああ、お頭は最近本当に忙しいな。そうだな。 ルアンの手下が人を集めて復讐するって言ってるらしいからよ。誰かお頭の相談相手にでもなってくれたらいいのによ。
Oh, hold on. The people from the stockade going over to Nephrit's side didn't stop with Big Bro's death?
本当にな。そうすればお頭も一人寂しく水車にいるなんてこともな。
So we solved something, but we didn't really solve much. Still got plenty of work to do. Which of you lazy bums forgot to take down Big Bro Ranji's bulletin board? What if the Supreme Chief sees it? Do you know how hard it is to make her slightly happy? And it's been a week already. She's definitely not doing well. And we can hear her scream from here. I will probably get an earful if I talk to her now. Better wait for her to simmer down. That is not the healthiest way to deal with grief. But still, she's got to deal with it one way or another. And what do you know? Instantly we got some punching bags to take out some frustration on. Very merciful, Chief. You chose to let her go. Very terrifying, Chief. Send shiver down my spine. Ranji's people may still be plotting against Wuling.
だから兄貴を自分の子供みたいに可愛がってたんだ。だけど次は兄貴が。おじきは殺したやつを絶対許さねえはずだ。俺様たちを。
But Renyi was the one who chose that path.
もう死んだやつが何選んだかなんてクソどうでもいいだろ。
Well, kinda. Was not your call.
お前帰れ。んで、赤ババアに伝えろ。この件は俺様が何とかする。余計なことすんなって。
Okay, and please toast me back next time.
なんでもねえよ。
Just drop 100 pulse on a perma banner on a gacha I played 1 month before Annie. Feels kinda down, but the character is strong. And 3 meta SP cards. That's a trade-off. Wait, which gacha? I get the feeling a lot of gachas actually have their anniversary in March.
うるせえ。俺様は嘘なんてつかねえ。なんでもねえっつってんだろ。なんかあったらそれは俺様が自分で。
Supreme Chief? Yeah, even if it's personal problems, when it's this scale, it's better not to leave people alone. Unless she just goes back to screaming and cussing at water. Invictus, yo, hey man, welcome, how have things been going? Time to return to Wuling, I guess. Kind of like the animations, even to try and use her as the main character, the controlled one. She's got a lot of little jumps, a lot of pushbacks. Very, very mobile. When's Flash Gala? Oh, it's the 13th. Flash Gala is way, way off. Should be the 16th. They promised they would release Octavia on Flash Gala. Today we should be getting the change to the swimsuit characters. I'm still praying that I finally get Megas, because I've got everything else that's going to be on Rate Up. But Flash should be on the 16th. And yeah, that means save your pools on the 15th. Should be Black Knight Summer and Yukata Eustace. Aren't those going to be on April 1st? No, wait, the Yukata characters should be on April 1st. That should be Golden Knight and Eustace. Summer Apollonia, and which one was the other? There should be 2 summer units, and I kind of forgot one. Oh right, Summer Anthuria. Yeah, we should be getting Summer Anthuria, Summer Apollonia first, then the 2 Yukata units. And yeah, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Especially if Dark Knight, Black Knight is dark. Dark Mask, got a bit angry back then, Swords. Should thank you for sharing news with me, to be honest. Gotta thank you, Gift. Jinbu is also visiting. Jesus Christ. She really is illiterate. And I kind of like it, not gonna lie. And I asked her to deliver. Thanks, Emil. I still need to finish exploring all this area as well. Wuling has a ton of hidden chests.
問題を回避したわけではありません。休息が必要なだけ。完了。間もなく再起動します。
Summer Bologna and lose the other one. I guess your priorities set up like that. I'm the same. Nah, dude. I just kind of forgot that Anturia is Anturia. She's gotten a Yukata version already, and she's... how do you explain it? In Italy, we have something that's called a tira e molla, pull and leave or release. I have an explanation where it's a bit more crass. Like, she lets you smell it but never touch it. That's the kind of character that Anturia has been for years. And eventually, people kind of get tired of that sort of play. That's a load of Tangtang certs.
タンタン剣はお頭が信頼してるって証なんだよ。私もまだもらったことなくて。
Also, that's cute. And not gonna lie, the glasses are kind of doing it for me.
こっそり1枚くらいもらっちゃいたいところだけど、お頭に怒られるからさ。
You can't steal the chief's trust in me.
ちゃんと大切に取っておいて。1枚でもなくしたら、お頭絶対許さないと思うよ。渡すものは渡したし、私用事あるから、これで。
Wait, why are you at Wuling?
別に大した用じゃないよ。
Doing some errands but without even trying to disguise themselves? Don't people recognize them instantly from being from the stockade? For a moment I thought she was Mei from Honkai. The purple hair got you too. Meanwhile,
おじき、イカれてんぜ。よりによって今、武領城でめんどくせえことやってんじゃねえ。俺様がぶちのめしてやるぜ。楽しみにし。
oh, she's on a solo mission to try and fix things.
潜り込んだってやつ、どこにいんだよ。まだクソみてえなことはしてねえよな。
とりあえず居場所は突き止めたよ。
Managed to Rainbow Fat Zero now after Union 150. Oh, damn, that's impressive. Congrats.
とりあえず一人でいるやつから捕まえてやる。
And I like that they keep this from base Arknights. Jimbo's stockade expletive. They keep these whenever people curse in base Arknights as well. It's just that it's always either sarcasm or an Italian expletive. A little funny thing is that... oh wait, no. Some Italian expletive, they didn't even censor like this. They actually wrote cazzo a couple of times. Which literally translates into dick. And that is not something that you're going to see anywhere in people's scripts.
ババアには絶対邪魔させねえ。
わかった。じゃあ私はこのまま隠れて調べを進めておくよ。お頭。大家分、武領城に来ているの？お礼も受け取ったよ。少しだけ会えるかな？
聞こえねえ。ザザザー。ち、黒ヤシャ。日を選べよな。なんで今日なんだよ。 てかよ、武領城で騒ぎを起こそうなんて赤ババアに見つかる前に捕まえねえと。ようやく落ち着いてきたってのに。
She refers to Mifu as Akababa,
黒やしゃ
the old red
巻き込みた
one.
くなかったのに。多分チンウーの方も終わってるよな。連絡取らねえと。
But yeah, she basically considers us family, but for some reason doesn't want to rely on us too much, which is something we probably are going to have to try and fix.
ばあさん、ちょっと聞きてんだけどよ。怪しいやつ見なかったか？
なーに？おいしいやつだって？
あ、ちげえよ。怪しいやつがいたか聞きてんだって。
はあはあ、かわいそうにな。
だから怪しいやつ見なかったかって。
And if she screams any louder, the people who are looking, people whom she's looking for, will know.
ああ、怪しいやつ。
俺様？俺様全然怪しくねえだろ。
Where's my screenshot tool? There's my screenshot tool.
だってさっきお前さんを見て逃げた人がいてね。
Okay, at least we're on the right path.
おい、どっちだ？
ほれ、あっちの方だよ。
あっちは商店街。仲間に会いに行ったか。ありがとな、ばあさん。隠れられそうなとこばっかじゃねえか。全部探してたら逃げられちまう。しかも人多すぎんだろ。俺様も見つかったらやべえ。よし、あの一人で暇そうにしてるやつに話聞くか。おい、お前。
あ、何ですか？最終稿の催促、もう少しだけ待ってください。データが一致しないんです。
She pulled the Chen face. They do share neurons. I think their brain chemistry is basically the exact same thing.
最終キノコは関係ねえよ。俺様は怪しいやつ探してんだ。
All weird and what?
怪しい人。あ、私は特に。あちらの巡営員に聞いてみましょうか。
おい、や
め。G、この子が人を探しているみたいなのですが。
Oh god.
あれ、いない？
どうしたんですか？
さっきまでここにいたのに。おかしいな。
She almost got caught. And that's why she should need to, she should be relying on the admin a lot more. She can hide and the admin can ask for whatever. Because we're actually in very good standing here.
おい、お前。何人かで固まって歩いてる怪しいやつ。この辺通んなかったか？
ああ、ちょうどさっき見ましたよ。4人組で1人は荷物を運んでいるみたいでした。誰かを追いかけていたみたいで、確か黒い服を着た人でした。すぐに通り過ぎてしまって。
There's no way Ardashir is here. There's absolutely no way Ardashir can walk into Wuling and people are not going to recognize him.
やべえ、黒ヤシャが狙われてんのか？
Okay, that makes a bit more sense.
確かに顔も黒かったですけど。
おい、どっちに行ったんだ？
火鍋屋さんですよ。入っていくのを見ましたから。
分かった、どうもな。
いらっしゃいませ。お席は1名様でよろしいですか？
ちげえつうか、人探してんだよ。目を隠したやつと4人組。
There's no way she's this tired, come on.
目を隠している？黒い服で工業とか技術の話ばかりしている？
The little light glow on the mask. Dude, even when it comes to presentation, how did they go from 1.0 to 1.1, adding all these little details?
そうだ、そいつだ、間違いねえ。
1.0 wasn't this. 1.0 was a lot plainer.
後ろを見てください。
まさか鍋にぶち込まれてんじゃん。黒屋さん、今助けに。頭打った。
Oh, that's Dapan.
誰だ？
誰？お前こそ誰だよ。
俺を探してるやつがいるって聞いたからよ。おめえか？
The little gesture with the eyebrows, bro.
お前じゃねえ、違え、探してねえ。
何の騒ぎですか？
なんでもねえよ。ジョーちゃんが一人来ただけだ。さあ、仕事だ。よけ。ずいぶん足の速いジョーちゃんだな。
I don't know what's going on. Like, the expressions, well, the writing changed a lot. The writing was basically completely a new thing between Valley 4 and Wuling. Completely different level. But we're seeing a lot more camera angles. We're seeing a lot more action during dialogue, especially when it comes to different camera angles, different shots and whatnot. I don't know what the hell happened with this game. Wuling and now 1.1 is something completely different from what we've gotten at the start.
地下水路、荷物、何しようとしてんだ。てかよ、変だな。いつもなら赤ババアが俺様を捕まえに来る頃じゃねえか。今日結構いろいろあったし。ババア何やってんだ。やめだやめ。考えるだけでゾワゾワすんぜ。ま、俺様の腕が上がったってやつだろうな。
She's trying to gas herself up. Maybe, just maybe, Mifu is busy with other stuff. Wuling Underground Canal repair notice. Half of it censored. Oh, dungeon time? Not heat, stored in dark and cold. And that's the group of 4.
よし、砦に戻るぞ。おい、クソ野郎、立ち上がれ。あ、これ爆弾か。ちくしょ
okay, no. The Jimbo Stocked expletive is only in text. When it comes to the actual line, she went with the chick show.
誰か呼ばねえと。誰か。
Those seem like pretty rudimentary explosives, though. Can't she disarm them herself?
お前なんで。俺様は今買い物中だ。今じゃねえんだ。
Tangtang. Just tell the truth for once. She's going to get in so much trouble.
地下の水路まで来たと。子供でも騙されん嘘だ。正直に話せ。
Also, goddamn. If she were to just stare at me like this, call me a little kitty, I would just spill everything. Drop my device in the canal. Chief is helping me. Chief is gathering some water samples for me. And we are the worst at covering stuff up.
おお、そういうことだ。聞こえたな。邪魔すんじゃね
クソ猫お前。いやいい。管理人に任せる。分かっているだろうからな。終わったら連絡をよこせ。
クレーシャ、行くぞ。爆弾が下にあんだよ。
And somehow Mifu doesn't hear this. She hasn't even left yet.
急げクレーシャ。任せられんのはお前だけだ。蘇生、守ってくれ。頼む。
Is it actually...
なんとかなってくれ。
Oh crap, it's actually ticking down. The hell is this? Okay, these two have to go here. And these have to be vertical. That's a... Okay, that's one. It's disarm. There, won't go off anymore.
助かったぜクロヤシャ。もしお前が来なかったら。ってなんでここにいんだよ。
She's visiting. Gotta give her a proper reception. I heard a sassy Miss Eye Patch come to Wuling.
わけわかんねえ。とりあえず行くぞ。ここにいると息苦しいってば。
The bombs are disarmed, but there's still plenty of explosive down here. Are we not going to clean things up?
死ぬとこだったぜ。あん時赤ババアに言うしかねえのかって思った。爆発なんて絶対させるわけにいかねえから。今日はマジで助かったぜ。借りは絶対返すからな。そうだ、聞きてんだった。なんでここが分かったんだよ。
Guess you're after Ranji's loyalists. I asked Jinwoo and she told me. Let's not tattle.
お前、頭何個あんだよ。
Why didn't you ask me to join you? I always respond to your toasts.
ブリョーと聖ハトリでやっと落ち着いたとこだろ。これ以上めんどくせえことはごめんなんだよ。
Things would be messed up if I weren't around. You can't defend a truce on your own.
でもよ、これは聖ハトリでの問題なんだ。これ以上お前を巻き込むわけにいかね
Why can't she get it through her head? The moment we got here, the business between the Stockade and Vuling became our business. We need them to partner up again against the Blight and the Ageloi, which I'm sure are going to be popping up again soon.
親分って呼んでくれて何回も助けてもらって、でも俺様はダセえとこ見せてばっかで、俺様だってお前とエンドフィールドのために何かしてんだよ。無理でもせめて迷惑はかけたくね
え。Well, Chief, I'm not some outsider, you know?
なんだって。
Only the fam calls you Chief, right?
仲間。そうだな。よし、じゃあ特別に俺様の手伝いを許可してやる。
Aye, aye, Chief.
逃げた奴ら絶対おじきんとこ行ってるはずだぜ。
Oh, and I guess this is also why she's listed in the database as being part of Endfield, not as part of Jinbo Stockade.
追いかけておじきが隠れてる場所見つけりゃ、武領城になんかしようとしてるのも全部止められんだ。先に見てくっから俺様からの連絡を待て。じゃあ行ってくるぜ。
I'll look for Mifu first. There's always the matter of the very large amount of explosives down in the sewers that needs to be fixed up. Because where is it? Oh wait, authentication Jinbo Stockade, even though... I was sure I've read that she was from Endfield. I guess that was something on the spaceship. Forgot the name. 'Some people worked really, really hard on this design. The little shackles too. I still can't make up my mind. Like, what she's gonna be, what she's gonna do. Not to mention, I still find it weird that they called her a Sarkaz. Sarkaz for the horns, sure. Sarkaz for the cute fluffy tail? That's weird. That's really weird. The bomb is disarmed. We failed to make any arrests.
Tangtang はま、お前を頼ったのならもう無茶はやめた。そういうことだろうよ。お前がそばにいれば心配はない。だがもし必要になれば呼べ。いつでも言ってやる。
You'll be the first to know if trouble shows up. And one thing I'm also a little bit iffy on, the presence of new 5 stars. Back in Arknights, Arknights has always been releasing new 4 stars and new 5 stars on top of the new 6 stars that come out every now and then. not gonna lie, I was kind of taken aback by the complete lack of 5 stars in 1.1. Kind of hope that we can see one in 1.2, if not 1.3. But the release of new 5 stars should be like common things. I sure as hell hope they don't go the way of Star Rail. Last 5 star in Star Rail, how long was it? When was most released? Okay, new missions. Meet with Tangtang. Back over on this side. And not gonna lie, 4 stars too.
この大地を自分の足で歩いて初めて感じる命の息吹。これこそエンドフィールドが戦い続ける
Then
理
there's
由。
Zuhang design and upside down leak with working Ultraman on top of her head. Wait, what? Now, I think Zhuang Fangyi is definitely going to have a second mode for the ultimate. That transformation sequence was way too cool, they're not going to sit on that.
もう時間なのに。
And I get the feeling Zhuang Fangyi is going to be something similar to Levatin. You want ultimate damage, or you want to charge up your ultimate faster, so you press it, she goes up, and she blows everything up. In terms of gameplay, if you've played Honkai Impact 3rd, I guess you would play something similar to Aponia. Yeah, I can see it. It's almost time. Why isn't Tangtang here yet? Waiting around isn't going to help. Better look for her. Oh, nothing bad happened.
この足跡は戦闘があったみたいだ。もしかしたら敵の待ち伏せにあったのかもしれない。早くタンタンを探さないと。俺様はてめえらを絶対許さねえ。
I like the fact that we don't even have to find her. We can hear her before we see her. We follow the screams every time.
そんだけで俺様を倒そうってのか。何回生まれ変わったって無理に決まってんだろ。
観念しろ王女。今日はお前がルアンの兄貴のために命をもって償う日なんだよ。
And sadly, this is another one of those cases in which you show mercy to someone who wants to kill you, and all you're doing is giving them a second chance to do it again.
タンタン、大丈夫？震えた。さすがやるじゃねえか。来てくれると思ったぜ。勢いで。論理は人に扱え。D ジャンゴ、全員見えてるぜ。そう。
If there's anyone that comes close to Fuhua Phoenix in terms of battle play, I'll immediately fold. Wait, what was Fuhua Phoenix? Oh, right, short range fists and kicks. That she had to charge up the kicks or stacks and then blew those stacks for wide AoE attacks. Honest, I hope so. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that eventually we can get a fist class, a new fist class weapon as well, and they can separate it in maybe one fist class that attacks fast, one fist class that maybe attacks a little bit more slowly.
ちょっと油断しちまって囲まれたんだ。
Are you hurt? Show me your wounds.
なんでもね、避けた時に膝ぶつけただけだ。もんだけ治る。でもそのせいで遅れとっちまった。
But as always, the more gameplay variations we have, the better. You're not making this much fuss over a little scraped knee now, are you? Poor little thing. Look at her ears. Just show me your wounds. I've got some meds.
いらねえって歩けば治る。
Doesn't even hurt now, does it? What a fussy little baby. Oh, wait, hold on. What was that? Penguin confirmed?
痛くねえ。すげえじゃねえか。
I'm not even on autoplay. They always let us see that for a split second. The enemy really runs around with little band-aids with a penguin on them.
あのクソ野郎は巣に帰っただろうな。
Penguin confirmed. W death. Nah, they're taking me the hell out. All these little touches are absolutely taking me the hell out.
こんなつまんねえで使ってねえぞ。わざと足跡を隠しているみたいだ。ガキのかくれんぼからやり直したな。嘘。完了。この勢いで癒してあげよう。あ？なんか変だぞ。流れに乗るぞ。早くファイト。見てみろ。速さクラブだ。
And off they go. What's next?
そう急ぐんじゃねえよ。宇宙の卵を狙うなら驚かせてビビったやつについてくんだ。そうすりゃ巣まで一直線だろ。おじきの手下は基本何人かで動いてっから、クソ野郎は誰かと合流しようとするはずだぜ。
Impressive, you actually got plenty of tricks.
みんな俺様は兄貴に守られて育ったっていう。でも兄貴に鍛えられて育った後継者だとは言わねえ。やめだやめだ、兄貴の話なんてよ。おい、あのクソみてえな宇宙がどこに飛んでったか探しに行くぞ。や足跡だ、追いかけるぞ。戦略は近くにいるはずだ。どうだ、俺様の言った通りだろう。
A cunning strategist you are, Chief.
ずいぶん遅えな。その手どうしたんだ。大したことねえ。あの小娘に出くわしてシャンジーには放っておけって言われただろ。殴られても知らねえからな。後でイカダをこがなきゃなんねえのに手を怪我してどうすんだよ。片手でもイカダくらい焦げる。黙れ。強がりやがって。今日の川は霧が濃い。せいぜい祖先で溺れねえようにな。
濃い霧、イカだ。なるほど、だからクソ兄貴め、ついてこい。はっ、しっがたねえぞ。
So, was Big Bro actually trying to lead us away from the hideout of these people? Oh wait, no, go back to Jimbo Stockade. We might not get there on foot. Or it's going to take a while to get there on foot.
俺様と勝負しようってのか。全て操作するのか。もう一丁。援護します。ラッキー。逃がさねえぞ。やっスカッとしたぜ。びっくりした。戦闘だって超余裕なんだから。
Oh, how did I miss this?
しばしこの地に神地が触れましたね。
Nice and in the open air. The fog is really thick.
間違いね。ここだ。通りで全然見つかんねえわけだぜ。にしてもすげえ霧だな。下手に突っ込んだら川で迷子になっちまう。兄貴、ずっと近づくなって。危ねえからだって思ってた。まさか。
Oh, I thought we were also going to use the illusions. There's been a couple of illusory walls around the game, but we haven't actually seen that many. We have positioning divides that work in the fog. The Dijang will help us navigate.
よし、じゃあ行くぞ。
Supreme Chief.
何ボソボソ言ってんだよ。今さら怖えとか言わねえよな。
Would you like to visit other places after this is over? How about visiting Endfield once this is done? Just visiting should be fine, because we kind of still need a contact down in the Jinbo Stockade.
大親分やってる以上責任があんだよ。仲間もたくさんいる。どっか行くなんてありえない。諦めろ。それに俺様はここで生まれて育ったんだ。他の場所になんて行けっかよ。
You don't have to leave the Jinbo Stockade for good, it's just a visit to my place.
友達なんだからお互いのところに遊びに行くのは普通だよ。誰が友達だ。調子乗ってんじゃねえ。友達じゃないの？俺様はお前の大親分だ。
And this is how you completely melt the Tsundere.
んなことよりクソ野郎の隠れ家が分かったんだ。準備できてんなら行くぞ。準備できたか？もう行くぞ。
Ah, it's a fixed team though. Thankfully she's a caster, so she works really well alone as well. When we did the mission just with Yvonne, that was kind of hellish, because Yvonne doesn't really work unless someone else applies Cryo Infliction for her.
兄貴は腹の中にいろいろ隠して、でも何も言わなかった。けどよ、俺様だってバカじゃねえんだ。黒夜叉、このモヤモヤがなくなって、いや、俺様はあいつの妹なんだ。どうだろうと受け入れるしかねえ。 大親分、何があってもそばにいるよ。 歩きづれえだろ。落ちんじゃねえぞ。怖えなら俺様の手掴んどけ。じゃあタンタンも
Jesus.
気をつけないと。
If you're scared, you can hold my hand.
二人一緒に落ちてしまうってことだからね。演技でもね。
Also, the way down is not actually that far. Too bad people can't swim in this game.
霧が晴れたな。ここだ。
And man, I'll never get tired of these sights. They've made such a great job with this game's graphics. Well, both graphics and presentation. Honestly, graphically wise, I'm a lot more impressed by the fact that by just how easily the game runs, how light it is. But the art style, the lush greenery, just so freaking good. And Tangtang, you're leaving me behind.
とりあえず待ってろ。めんどくせえ奴らがいる。大親分、どうやってそっちに行けばいいの？抜け道が絶対ある。探せ。見つけたよ。よっしゃ、すぐ行く。待ってろ。やっぱな、兄貴は用心深いっつうか。抜け道がねえわけねえと思ってよ。今開けてやっから。よし、さっさと入れ。
I can't even open the map, so this might just be a little instance. I don't think I should be looking for chests.
全然気づかなかったぜ。これで大親分だなんて。
Runji's diary. Never expected Tangtang to bring those people into the stockade directly. I knew from the very first meeting at the Juinju Valley, they are the Enfielders that Ardashir mentioned. Holy hell, he knew Ardashir before we even met. I'm grateful that they helped the stockade, but we are not the same. I fear Enfield will get in the way of my plan. And she's got no comment. There are explosives everywhere. They only reveal the deep-seated hatred that the Jimbo stockades have against Wuling. Uncle Shang's letter to Ran Yi. Son, working with the Landbreakers is like frolicking with the beasts. If you want vengeance against Wuling, we should rely on our own strength and make it a fight to remember. Please heed these old man words. Chase those pipe faces out of our stockade. Quickly. We still have time to plan and prepare. Hell, Uncle Shang is actually making a lot more sense compared to Brother Yi. I know very well that Ardashir has his own plans. I also know what would happen if the breakers are allowed into our stockade. I do not regret my decision, and neither should you. Blood for blood. The Wulingers shall taste every bit of our immense suffering. And these are 10 years of resentment over something neither of the groups had anything over. Because toss and turn, it was Yageloi. And honestly, with the connections that the Yageloi have with the Landbreakers, who's to say that it was not the Landbreakers who instigated the Yageloi against Wuling and the stockade 10 years prior?
俺たちと一緒に来るやつはこっちに来い。ここに閉じこもってるだけじゃ意味がない。
そんなやついるわけねえ。お前らみたいな連中とつるむなんて砦の恥さらしだからな。
お前らみたいな忘れるな。 俺たちは、ルアンイーに呼ばれてここに来た。ルアンイーは復讐を。結局俺たちに頼るしかなかった。お前らみたいな雑魚ならなおさらだ。
この野郎！
ルアンの兄貴が死んじまってシャンジーだけでブリョーに勝てるのか？
誰だろうと関係ない。ブリョーに復讐できるってんなら私はそいつについていく。
クズ野郎どもが。
戦略どうする？また仲間が取られちまった。
ルアンの兄貴があいつらに会いに行くと言った時、俺と30は止めた。聖ハトリデとブリョーの話によそ者はいらね
え。ランドブレーカー。なあ黒ヤシャ、俺様は兄貴が復讐なんかのために自分の砦を、家をバラバラにしたことが許せねえんだ。角持ってブリョー行けとか、ゾアンファインに話聞けとか。バカじゃねえの。俺様が自分の砦を、家を見捨てると思ってんのかよ。遊びで大親分やってると思ってんのかよ。ふざけやがって。あいつが壊したもんは俺様が全部元通りにしてやる。
And finally, the kitty is bringing out its claws.
お前らどこから忍び込んできやがったんだ？
てっきりこっちが親切に見逃してやったから、そっちも親切に案内してくれたのかと思ったぜ。
Even if I get the feeling that in order to bring everyone back together, some of the people are going to come back home with their bones broken.
逃げやがった。
お嬢、そう焦るな。先に僕たちと手合わせしてくれよ。
射撃用意。
逃がさねえぞ。受け取って。逃がさねえぞ。任せて。くそ、イカダはあれだけか。別の道探さねえと。このめんどくせえモヤモヤする感じ。
Is this another piece of the map that we didn't unlock before?
入り口が3つ。
Because we sure as hell haven't been here. And I get the feeling we are on the other side of the water wheel.
どうにかして上に行くしかねえな。向こうにリフト。まずは俺様が先に行けるようにしろ。ダメだ、使えねえ。電源が繋がってねえのか？
Chief? Oh, this is for us.復讐のためなら全部どうでもいいって言うのかよ。黒ヤシャ、おじきもランドブレーカーを嫌ってんなら
案外話せるかもしんね。
Oh, cute, she can interact with this stuff too. But also, why were there two of those things over there? Two wheels. The one that you attack to turn them.
あいつらは
When only one was needed for the quest progression.
ち、砦にあいつのもんやけに少ねえと思ってた。いえ、もう一つあったのか。
This is Ranji's room. With the amount of masks over here, this almost looks like an armory.
間違いね。匂いがする。クソ頑固者の匂いがよ。なあ、黒ヤシャ。ちょっとだけ待っててくれねえか。どうしても知りてえんだ。あいつがここに何隠してたか。口の堅えやつほど心にしまってるもんが多い。でも心なんて拳一個分もねえ。全部は詰め込めねえ。
And he has an entire lab set up as well. Sacrifice must be made to achieve vengeance. We are determined to see this through. Retreat is no longer necessary. Do not make things difficult for fellow fam who don't want to be part of this. Just round them up and throw them in cages. Don't let them fight the breakers and hurt themselves. His will. Most of the contents have been crossed out, but a few words remain legible. If I were no longer around, Supreme Chief Tangtang shall have the sole discretion regarding all stockade-related affairs. So he knew he was going to bite the dust, and just left everything to poor Tangtang.
黒ヤシャ、鍵かかってる箱がある。こっち来て手貸してくれ。
I know very well that once the decision is made, there won't be many days left for me. But what about Tangtang? What will happen to her if the stockade splinters? Will she stay? It's been years, but plenty of people secretly refuse to accept her as their chief. Can she handle them? Can she leave the stockade? Where could she go on her own? Will any of the fam follow her? What should I do? Give up your plans for vengeance and not sacrifice yourself like an imbecile. The personnel of the Wuling Science Station failed in their attempt to contain the expansion of the very large rift. The Tianxi took major casualties. Large areas nearby are now affected by the Blight Tide. A temporary shortage of supplies has been reported. While rebuilding the science station, residents of the Jimbo Stockade, who are desperate for survival, attempted to raid reconstruction supplies. Our forces were directly attacked during a rainy night of very poor visibility. In a state of panic, the Tianxi accidentally unleashed the Thunder Arts and inflicted casualty upon the stockade residents. Key leaders of the stockades have been identified among those killed. After the incident, we made many forays to mend our relationship with the stockade, but achieved little. A special channel is our only way to supply the stockade with resources. Someone has circled many parts of the document with blood. The document is also furnished with a handwritten comment. Blood cannot be paid in blood. So even Wuling knew that was a mistake. Sadly, that's the Tianxi going full AoE on a few too many people. But even they have been trying to mend things back.
これ全部親父の形見？
A Tianxi
親父が武
apparatus?
領の天使からかっぱらってきたんじゃねえか？昔はしょっちゅういろんなもん持って帰ってきてたしよ。
Doesn't look like a work of the HAS. This isn't a Tianshi apparatus of Wuling.
ああ、別んとこから持ってきたってのか。親父、外に出たことなんてねえはずだぜ。お前、これが親父自身のもんだって言いてんのか。ありえねえよ。親父が天使なわけねえ。うるせえ、黒夜叉。お前の言いたいことは分かった。俺様だってバカじゃねえんだ。武領と砦の間には借りと仇と恨みが絡まって、ほどけもしねえし切れもしねえ。けどよ、話す言葉も同じで似たような伝統ってやつがある。ずっと前は本当に繋がってたのかもしんねえな。俺様の頭じゃ考えても全然わかんねえ。
She just said she's not stupid. Now she can't figure out why her people splintered from Wuling.
一つ聞きたいことがある。昔同じ家族だったとして、そん時のお頭は何してたんだ。なんで自分たちの家がバラバラになんの放っとけんだよ。
And I get the feeling that this is going to be a very recurring theme when it comes to most of the factions in this game. Because as far as I know, everyone got on Talos 2 as a collective, as a cohesive collective. Everyone was just Terrans trying to colonize this new planet. Then eventually things started breaking down. One disagreement one way, one disagreement on the other, a catastrophe here, a war on the other, a fight that didn't go so well on the left, and so on. But I honestly find it very, very curious that in only 150 years, people managed to splinter themselves into this many different factions. Because again, Landbreakers are direct descendants of the first people who came to colonize Talos 2. Everyone came here to set up the... what do you call it? The civilization band.
俺様、絶対そんな大親分にはならねえ。
And now you've got at least one faction, if not two, depending on where Ardershir sits, trying to destroy this civilization band.
絶対な。
But hey, good to see we've got someone with the determination of Tangtang on our side. Big bro, you're right. During these past 10 years, many of our Stockage fam could hardly remember. Maybe I should say they chose to forget the depth of blood. We cannot forget. We must not forget. Don't worry, you kept our plan well hidden from the Supreme Chief. She knows nothing about it. And people scheming in the shadows. They've got to be brought down as soon as possible.
前にあいつらがいんぞ。結局やり合うしかねえんだよな。
I still can't believe they have actual Minotaurs here. Because we actually saw a lot of different species of humans, but people with this level of furrydom onto them are kind of rare.
当然だな。ルアンウィーに育てられた子だ。腰抜けなわけが
ない。おい、シャンのおじき。久しぶりだな。元気そうじゃねえか。
お嬢のおかげでだいぶ老け込んだ気がするよ。体もボロボロだ。
じゃあ砦に戻ってくればいいじゃねえか、おじき。兄貴はもういねえ。けど俺様がいる。 爆弾は止めた。外のやつもぶっ壊した。だから何の問題にもなってね。俺様たちは。
そうだな。お前の面倒も小さい頃から見ていた。だがそいつと組んで敵対する道を選んだのはお前だろ。
Do they not realize that they are they're the weaker faction here? They're not as well armed as Wuling. Even if they were to blow stuff up in Wuling, the possible retaliation would wipe them out. They're trying to take a bite of something they can't chew.
ルアン・イーを殺して次は私を殺しに来たか。上等だ。
I'm here to help everyone. And Tangtang.
ここは聖ハトリだ。口を挟む権利などない。
黒ヤシャは俺様の仲間だ。ってことは聖ハトリデの仲間だろ。兄貴は自分の恨みを晴らすために砦の全部を巻き込んで武領に復讐しようとした。俺様にケチつける前に兄貴はどうなんだよ。砦にみんなに胸張れんのかよ。俺様にだって。
ならお嬢、ここに何をしに来たんだ。
俺様はただもう一回前みてえに戻れねえのかって。
肩払いたいわ。ルアン・イーがお前のような間抜けにお頭の座を譲ったと笑い話にもならん。この後に及んでまだわからないのか。もう戻れなどしないのだ。お嬢、
野郎ども、手貸せ。ルアンの兄貴の敵討ちだ。
気をつけろ、上にも潜んでやがる。
I like that we apparently have an audience up there too.
俺様は川から来た。どんな荒波だって怖がったりしねえ。てめえらが波になって押し寄せてもビビるかよ。逃げんじゃねえ。
And this is something that's going to become really annoying once they finally decide to release the next fights for the endgame mode. Pretty sure they're going to have multiple of these that cover the entire field in smog.
見えてるぜ。君はここで終わり。
見事な腕前だ。さすがあの子が教えただけのことはある。お嬢、さあやれ。今旅立てるならまだ追いつけるかもしれん。
おじき、俺様はそんなことのために来たわけじゃねえんだ。兄貴が死ぬ時に角を折って渡してきた。それ持って武領行けって。それで生きる道見つけろって。
お嬢、ルアン・イーは最後に本当にそんなことを。
ああ、 兄貴から見た俺様はいつまで経ってもガキのまま。
Now, mind you, we should probably still get that horn and bring it to Wuling for research purposes, so we can find out what went wrong with Brick Brother and how he managed to mutate into a big bull. But that's not to make Tangtang live a happier life outside of the stockade. She stays here as a chief.
この角は俺様には必要ねえ。つまんねえ思い出にしかならねえから。おじき、お前たちも兄貴を忘れらんねえんだろ。ならこの角持ってけよ。おじき、
いらん。お前が持ってよ。まったく。我々はあいつに命を預けたというのに、先に投げ出したと。馬鹿げてる。本当に馬鹿げた話だ。
おじき、戻ってこいよ。
無理だ。一度別れた流れが二度と交わらぬように、聖波砦と武領が元に戻ることはない。憎しみが積み重なれば死ぬまで消えることもない。
でも今一番めんどくせえ敵は武領じゃねえだろ。砦の中にいいんだ。おじき、まずはランドブレーカーを一匹残らず砦から追い出そうぜ。みんなでよ。
もし王将、ランドブレーカーを追い出して、それでまた我々が裏切ったらどうする？
どうもしねえぞ。
They don't have the numbers now, even with the Landbreakers. They think they can revolt after the Landbreakers are gone. Also, goddamn, have a little bit of honor.
所詮子供のたわごとか。
なんと言われようと、俺様は言ったことは絶対守る。もしお前らが裏でコソコソしようもんならぶん殴ってやる。一発でわかんねえならわかるまで何発でもな。まあまだ時間はあるしな。俺様は最後までやりきってみせるぜ。俺様がいる限り、大親分である限り、聖波砦をバラバラになんかさせねえ。
ランドブレーカーのことは言う通りにしよ
う。And they needed a child to come back to their senses. But at least they did, finally.
何があろうと、さっき言ったことを夢忘れるでない。
よし、これで一旦終わったな。行くぞ。
And I think we still have more to go through. At least if everything they've shown in the 1.1 trailer is supposed to be in here. That means the transformation from Neferith into her monster form, as well as Zhuangfangyi bringing out the Great Sword.
兄貴の角を祖先のそばに埋めてやりてえんだ。一緒に来てくれねえか。
And I guess at this point it would be inconsiderate of us to ask for that horn for research purposes. Aren't these spinning in the wrong direction? Like in order for them to spin like this, the center of the water wheel should be way behind the waterfall. That's weird.
2番手のくせに砦を壊しやがって。祖先のそばで眠る資格ねえんだぞ。だからこれは俺様の妹としての最後のわがまま。せめてもの恩返しってやつだ。最後まで思ってくれたから。いろんなやつを裏切ったのに俺様のことは裏切らなかったから。だからまだ兄貴って呼んでやる。兄貴、恨むのはもうやめた。でもこれからは振り返ることもしねえ。黒夜叉、今の兄貴が返事したような。なんて言ってた？
Take care.
Oh,
the little headpads.
泣いていいんだよ。今日はいい天気だな。もう雨なんか降りそうもね。
At least we got something related to a good ending. Or at least something that could come close to a good ending. That was a really good quest though. Dark Mask, boop boop, you there? Aye, what's up, Chief? In Wuling, got time, let's meet. Official business. Meet me at Fancy Arvenue? Be there? What the hell is Arvenue?
方向外のことかな。おいガキ、このお守りやる。その風船と交換だ。
やだよ、そんな変なのいらない。
分かってねえな。これは命を守ってくれんだ。すげえ貴重なんだぞ。
お母さんが言ってたもん。ただでいいものくれる人は怪しいって。
そんなことね。
Wait, they gave they gave this the kid the same smirk they gave to Levatine with the upper lip raised. Because this is my turf, kid. Well, you were trying to steal that kid's balloon. What do you mean at your service, Chief? We're not stealing a balloon from a kid. Okay, we got a new one. Thankfully. So why are you swaggering about in Wuling City? Also, can we get some of these for ourselves? Maybe not like little pets or something, but little accessory that just floats around you. They're cute as hell. And I love the fact that they brought a meme from Arknights and turned it into a mascot for Endfield. Well, there's the shop right there. Oh god, she's freaking adorable. But yeah, now that the worst has passed, we just have to try and bring everyone under the same umbrella.
Oh, 管理人じゃねえか。また客連れてきたんだね。ジョーちゃん、どっかで。おうおう、こないだ勘違いして出てったジョーちゃんか。
違えよ。こんなとこ来たことねえし、絶対俺様じゃねえ。いや、
おめえだな。で、黒ヤシャだのなんだのっていうのは管理人のことか。
And she always kills me because she makes all this fuss when a simple sorry would have been enough.
お前がいつも黒ばっか着てるせいだ。今度そのマスク真っ赤っかに塗ってやる。
とにかく中に入ってくれよい。すぐ飯出してやら。
Chief, let's get the spicy pot if you like the heat.
当たり前だろ。赤ババは辛いのいけんだろ。なら俺様だっていける。
30,000 Scoville and she's gonna die. Still on fire. Oh god, she's still at it. But in all of this, where is Mifu supposed to be?
おうちーっと待ってろよい。
よっしゃ、ロンパオパオの風船もち米団子、こんなもんで十分だろ。
Like, these little cuts like these too, these little transitions. Jesus Christ. They definitely hired someone new. Someone that got in bullying. Because this is stuff that we've never seen in Ballet 4.
おじきの剣も片付いたし、ぶん殴りたいもんは殴って、文句も全部吐き出して、ようやく手が空いて、そろそろ不良のやつらとも腹割って話さねえとなって。行くぞ、あのゾーンとかってやつに会いにな。お前も付き合え。
You called me because you're nervous, right? She scares you, that's why you called me. Maybe just a little bit.
俺様がビビったりなんかするわけねえだろ。お前を連れてくのは、つまりそのゾーンってやつ約束守んねえかもしんねえだろ。お前には証人になってもらう。
And there's going to be such a contrast between Zuhang being all serious and her. That's basically a child stumbling word from word.
お前、案内しろ。本当は緊張しているよね。黙れ。俺様の頭の中に緊張なんて言葉はねえ。ゾーンってやつじゃねえ、ゾーン代理。俺様、ちげえな。俺
She can't.
ミフから聞いた。お前ロンパオパオ好きだって。だからこれ風船だ。あともち米団子、これがいいってミフが。
ミフからはまだ子供だと聞いておりましたが、拝見させていただきました。大親分としての風格、十分に備わっていると。
ミフのボス、なるほどな。あいつよりずっと見る目あんじゃねえか。
武領城への襲撃を阻止してくれたと。感謝の気持ちとしてわずかですが物資を用意させていただきました。
物資くれんのか？まあくれるってんならありがたくもらっとくぜ。でも今日は別に話したいことがあんだ。
どうぞ。
お前ら最近なんかでけえことに備えてんだろ。俺様にだってそんくらいはわかる。こっちはクソ野郎どもに砦をめちゃくちゃにされた。お前らに言われなくても俺様は大親分としてあいつらをぶっ飛ばすつもりだ。その間どっかのバカが絶対に余計なことしねえようにする。だからよ、代わりにヘマしちまった奴ら見逃してやってくんねえか。俺様が必ず落とし前つけさせる。
ランドブレーカーに従った砦の人々、あなたと聖波砦に背を向けた者たちを。
I guess she's still willing to give them one last chance.
誰も見捨てたくねえんだ。俺様にとってあいつらは何があっても家族だからよ。お嬢だのタンタンだの小娘だのって呼ぶくせに、外から戻りゃ飴におもちゃ小紅林までくれて。
聖波砦と武領との因縁を手放せると。
どんだけでけえ因縁があったとしても俺様にとっちゃ家族でいられることの方が何百倍も大事なんだ。
ならば承りました、タンタン。
おう、なんかもっとてっきりとんでもねえ金ふっかけられると思ってたぜ。
そして技術面並びに物資面でも喜んで援助させていただきましょう。
なんだよ、情けのつもりかよ。
Would you be unwilling to accept charity? You people have been stealing from all over the place. That's the minimum.
いな、誠意を示したく聖波砦から武領城にお越しいただき、お話まで大変喜ばしいことですから。
マジかよ。俺様が大親分になりゃお前たちが泣きついてくんのもすぐかもしんねえぞ。そん時は名前も変えてやるぜ、聖波城ってな。
それはこちらの業務の負担も減りそうなご提案ですね。せっかくの機会、大親分の思い描く聖波城について深くお伺いさせていただきたく。お茶を入れましたのでどうぞおかけください。
Ah, she prepared this time. She cleaned up all her desk. Didn't want to be caught with another bullying fat thing on it. Game? Didn't talk, gave Tangtang many ideas. You accompany her back to Jimbo's stockade.
聖波城武領砦、頭がグワングワンする。もう限界だ。黒屋さん、どっかで休もうぜ。俺様、目がチカチカすんぜ。
I still feel like we've done very little to try and take out the landbreakers though. We've just been talking and talking.
黒屋さん、ここでいい。もう大丈夫だ。一人で帰れる。てかよ、頭いいやつってあんな感じで喋るのが普通なのか？戦うより全然疲れるぜ。ずーっと、これ本当か？ 嘘ついてねえかって考えなきゃなんねえし。
The Viceroy's words are always well thought out. Tianshi Zhuang is older, she has a lot on her mind. Also, we are here to mediate, so we're going to try and avoid that they get scammed, especially since we're part of our fam now.
さっきの話、10年前に武領城でもいっぱい人死んだって、あれ嘘じゃねえよな。
She wasn't lying, I can vouch for her.
あいつの肩持ってんじゃねえよな。
What do you think? Was I lying?
ずっと考えてた。なんでいろんなことが一晩で変わっちまったんだって。俺様に見えるのはいつもほんのちょっとだけ。別んとこから見りゃ全然別のもんに見える。正解が間違いになって、本当のことが嘘になって、好きだったもんが嫌いになって。
If you visit Endfield, you might come to Endfield. Straight up.
俺様は大親分だぞ。聖波砦から離れるなんてありえねえ。ダメだ。絶対ダメだ。
And stop being such a damn tsundere about it. Even if I spend all my Tangtang certs.
せこいって使ってんじゃねえ。
Wait. We kind of did that. She took 120 pools to come home.
いろんなところで
Damn it.
いろんなものを見て初めて答えにたどり着けるはずだ。
We've got the in-game admin actually pulling characters from the gacha with tokens. You must find that answer on your own? No, Endfield will teach you how though.
もし俺様が答えなんていらねえって言ったら、難しいことはわかんねえ。一生かけても追いかけられんのは一つだけだ。いろんなとこ行っていろんなとこ見たとしても、俺様の頭の中は聖波砦でいっぱいなんだよ。けどよ、エンドフィールドには行ってやる。エンドフィールドから盗めるもんは全部盗んで、もっとでけえ聖波砦にするためにな。
And we've started doing that already.
エンドフィールドを聖波フィールドって名前に変えてやる。でもそうなっても俺様は一生大親分なんだからな。
Hey now, she needs to be knocked down a peg. Better start learning. Admin work is hard.
黒屋、いや管理人、そう呼んでやる。また明日な、管理人。
And mission complete. We didn't get to see everything that was not really spoiled. Is there more? Okay, no. That's it.
ボムバチちゃんが震えてる。
Curious.
結構強そうかも。
Very curious. We only met Ardashir once. We didn't see the transformation from Neferith, nor we saw Zhuang Fangyi picking up her great sword. So all that stuff has to be from 1.1. Sorry, from 1.2. 5 weeks from now. Part of me still wishes patches were 6 weeks long. Part of me can't wait for the new version now. Yes, I want to see where this leads. Not to mention, I really can't wait for Zhuang to become playable. And the only thing that's going to keep me sane for the time being is the fact that I need to save up and stock up on pools again. A bit sad that I will likely have to skip Mifu, but fingers crossed Mifu comes out as the first character of 1.2 and I can bring Zhuang home nice and safely. Okay, what else do we have here? So the project Sky King Flats. We've got the new edge space, the level 4, and plenty of secondary quests. I think we go do edge space because we have more pools to pick up from here. And I want to see what they're doing with the new area. Mostly I want to check out if they are actually increasing the enemy levels. Just like this, we just go in.
私はここに。法もまたここにあります。クロエシャ、遊び行くのか？
Okay, looks like we just go in. That was a really good quest though. Holy hell, I really enjoyed it. Okay, where are we finding the fourth one? You'll be able to get with a couple of zip lines. Or maybe not, because this one goes down to area 3. And yeah, these guys are still level 30. No point in picking this stuff up. We'll need to fill up our inventory with stuff from the new area. It's just, I'm afraid I got kind of locked in here. Oh yeah, we're back on the spawn. Can't be in there, it's likely around this corner. It has to be here. Why won't this open? Yeah, that's aberrant zone 4 right here. Zip lines, not sure if we have them unlocked. It's likely not. Let's try and get to this one. See if maybe we can go over the wall. No, absolutely not. Oh, that's high. So maybe it's not on this level. No, it has to be on this level. What are the chances we need to talk to the NPC before they open that door? No, these are all nice and set. That's the only commission that matters.
あなたに祈りを捧げます。
That's curious, and I don't think I've seen any other entrance. Maybe we really need to try and climb as high as possible. And try and go with the... Try and go with the zip line.
Nanda. 俺様登場ってなんかヤバそうなやつじゃねえか。
No, I can't even reach that one. And that one is the same one we brought, we got before. There's a couple of chests here I've never picked up. It goes to show you can try and 100% the game, you're not 100% in the game.
迷える者がこの地をさまよっている。この杖で魂に憐れみを与えましょう。やっ、えい。
音がするぞ。
戦闘開始。身の安全を第一に。あなたにも祈りを捧げます。
And no, that's just NPCs, and that's our area 4 locked.
受難を受けるのは私たちではないようですね。
Appreciate the little arrow pointing towards it, but I'm afraid that does very little for opening this thing. And I strongly doubt... Yeah, these do nothing. We can't go up there. Ah, there's an invisible wall. Come on. I almost had it. At least trying to get there is making me find more chests. All stuff I've never picked up before. And that's especially good because this area doesn't even have the items to to look for chests. So, where else can you be? As this is likely just a shortcut. Okay, there's a underground, 2 underground, 3 underground. 3rd level underground from somewhere over here. And down there has to be area 3. No, it's that 70 meters down here. Can I actually reach? Now we've got invisible walls over on this side. And that looks like a pretty large chasm. Now we might actually have to go down to the other area. Even if we may get a little bit further. And if I remember correctly, yeah, there's something. There's a couple of errors I forgot to unlock down here. This mission just says to get to Aberrant Zone 4. The more stuff we pick up, the sooner we get some levels done. We can't go up there. Or can we? This sure is one hell of a convoluted way to try and get to the new area. Okay, we're back here. That one looks tough. Oh, of course, it's always the one with the shield that's the last one standing.
しばしこの地に神地が触れましたね。勝った。もう一回自分にパシャッと取っとく。俺様登場。戦闘開始。身の安全を大事に。あなたに癒してあげる。祈りを捧げます。
Okay, we got here. And it only took us half meter to get here. Is this area 4? Maybe not, but it looks like one of the dungeons to get to area 4. We're getting bombed. Yeah, but the cannon had to be brought down. Oh, that's nice. Rest station. Wonder if you can even use this to spawn in now. Or if we're going to have to get... Okay, no, that's the door open, finally. What do you mean shiny stuff around? Tangtang, what did you see? Chest here. I must be blind. Jesus, I didn't see this one. Okay, so is this also going to have multiple pieces to break down one of the doors in it? Maybe from here? Okay, from here. I need to pick the elevator. I was kind of weirded out going forward and seeing the map still saying Zone 3. And we have a zip line. We managed to get in at least. Only 4k, which is not going to be enough for any sort of pools. But the next run should be easier and faster. And of course, there's absolutely no chances of any of these being complete. Save already? This is going to be hella fast then. And I forgot the bombs. They really should do something about this. Like, once you select them, keep them selected, and not something that you have to bring with yourself every single time. And thankfully, entrance to 4 is right here. Oh, the elevator didn't reset. Okay, from here, I guess we can start looting absolutely everything, because all this stuff will be required for quests and deliveries. But yeah, we absolutely have to do another run in here with bombs. Because these little spots are not gonna be enough. Did I see something on top of those crates? Okay, no, it was just the background. And that's core key number 1. But then we're already halfway there. Halfway there with corruption. And we can't really go explore up there anymore. It's still Area 4, we've never been here. Okay, that one we can blow up. At least we managed 2 out of 5. And now we just fill our inventory before going out. Okay, there we go. We've picked up everything we could. And we've got another way open for further exploration. Looks like the inventory also got a lot larger. Managed to pick up a lot of stuff and didn't really feel the interruptions. So how much did we get in here? Oh, these are just random. We need another Yvonne statuette. 4 specimen tube professor. I guess these are from the automatic vendors, exactly. Hot bolt fragment, so there's going to be a whole new boss down here. But the boss is after we open everything up. And we are 700 away from another 2 tickets. One more run, and let's not forget the explosives. Oh, right, we've unlocked the zipline as well. We should be able to reach Area 4 from here. Up there. There we go. This one I'm afraid we can't even bomb. Unless the core is somewhere up there. Yeah, no, we likely have to run all the way around. Over there was only a chest at which we've already picked up. And this one we can't open. Or at least not from this side. Also, it's definitely not me. We're at 800 out of 2600 corruption already. That's a lot faster than all the other areas. Okay, there's another shortcut open. And there's our number 3. Can we actually rush this down to the boss? Oh god. There's a lot of mats down there. As well as a lot of enemies. Bit of a shame that your friends don't help you pick stuff up in here. Ah, your teammates. Okay, 4 out of 5. What do you mean there's enemies in these crates? Now, if we waste time like this, we're not getting the last piece. We can leave all the chests for later and come back and explore with a little bit more calm. There we go, right on time. I wonder if that was enough to take care of the blight. Kind of hope so. So next time I come back here, I should be able to just run around freely. Or at least for the most part. Still missing the new area for boss, but being level 50, I'm actually not too worried. One thing I absolutely wanted to do though, go and get my last 2 tickets. 400 ore barrels, can wait a little bit longer, I'm not in a hurry. Yeah, looks like this is not going to reach level 3 until 2 to 3 more days. Maybe even longer. Which is too bad. So, 7 tickets total. 16 for a 6-star operator, and we go down to 170 for the pickup. But maybe we can get lucky. Honest, wouldn't really mind any extra copy of anyone. Kind of would prefer Li Feng for the passive, or Ember, maybe, for the art. Same thing goes for Ardelia.
Go.
There's our 5-star. Of course, no upgrade. Okay, another 200 arsenal tickets. That's the main reason why we do this. Oh, cool, back to back. Wait, hold on. What the hell? Out of nowhere. Oh, and of course Ember. Nice. Absolutely not gonna complain about this one. Free Ember out of nowhere, 2k points here. This, however, did reset the 6-star operator here. Hey, free 6-star. I don't even know what she gets. Protection effect plus 20%, hitting the enemy extends duration by 1.5 seconds. Swallow the truth, break down the rules, and regain power. I don't know, not really feeling this one. Maybe due to the white background, feels a little bit anonymous. And that's the only upgrade we had to do. Back over here, 1.4. And now I don't know if I actually want to try and go for this one, or keep saving my points. Because if they ever put a Thermite here, I might want to pick the Thermite for PogChamp, since this is a nice guaranteed pickup. 14% attack for the whole physical team, not that bad a call. Or agility attack, large attack. When the wielder applies cryo infliction, cryo damage dealt. When the wielder applies arts susceptibility, 16% arts damage taken. Of course, it's not gonna be 16. This should go to like level 4 maximum, so it's around another 10% arts damage taken. It's another little bit of a buff for Yvonne, but it's only 10%. I think if I wanted the buffer like this, there's going to be better options out there. Not to mention, it's another pair of weapons that has to be leveled up from scratch. My mats, my poor mats. And also this ends after 3 charted huntings. Wait. That means it's this one. Then we have Rossi. And this is still going to be up. after Rossi, we may have Mifu, and this is still going to be up. But after Mifu, we're going to have Zhuhang Fangyi, and this is going to be Zhuhang, Mifu, Rossi. So if I skip this weapon, I'm not going to have another chance to try and pick them up. Which is not ideal. So the question is whether I want to go for a little bit more damage. Well, a lot of damage. 32% cryo damage dealt, 40% cryo damage dealt. That's a lot more compared to the guns that she currently has, even if we don't take into account the extra arts damage dealt. Or save the points for the physical team. Well, if I even want to run this, because there's a pretty decent chance I might want to continue running, what's his name? Li Feng, because Li Feng also has Link, and Li Feng has the little pull together skill. This would be basically exclusively for PogChamp. But I still don't know when and how I'm going to use PogChamp. I guess we can wait, at least until Rossi. Because again, Rossi banner comes out, I'm likely going to do 30 to 40 pulls on Rossi's banner. 23, 10 I might just waste to get the extra free 10. And I should be getting more just from the random 5 stars from those 40 pools. Yeah, that's probably a better call. Alright then, so what's left are just going to be secondary quests and a little bit of exploration. But it's 8 PM at... Oh wait, no, this is completely commission. Go to the zone with the Aberrant Core. Let's try and finish this one. Last thing I do before I log off for the day. Because we opened everything. We just need to go to the boss. And not gonna lie, kinda wish they made this weekly. Rather than one per version thing. So once a week you do your little run, you get your 5k points. Both for the weekly missions and for maybe one ticket. Oh, and we need these. Hey Gabriel, welcome, how are things going? It's been a while. Okay, this should let me clear quest number 2, maybe quest number 3 as well, depending on how many tubes we get. Ouch. Legit didn't see the guy charge.
見事な連携でした。勝利は必然です。記念にパシャッと取ったぜ。びっくりした？戦闘だって超余裕なんだから。ほっ。
Okay, we got the Yvonne statuettes as well.
俺様登場！ってなんかヤバそうなやつじゃねえか。
Yes, I feel like we just got in here. I've done nothing, but we are already halfway there for the corruption. And we need to keep climbing up.
私たちではないようですね。
一発分からせてやるぜ。
慈悲など持たぬ相手です。
ゾムバチちゃんが震えてる。結構強そうかも。
受難を受けるのは私たちではないようですね。
一発分からせてやるぜ。
And of course we can't interact with this one in combat.
この勢いで D ジャンゴ全域一掃。冷やしてあげる。あなたと共に。びっくりした？戦闘だって超余裕なんだから。
Okay, but once we get there, there should be just one boss waiting for us. Oh, there's the second shortcut open.
歪みの各前方に危険性の高い個体を確認しました。パターンが明確に存在しているようですね。核ランチが危険域に近づいています。慎重に行動してください。仮に
人に扱え。必殺逃げんじゃねえ。ものではない。花火ショーやってあげようか。
Okay, looks like it's just the one. And that went down nice and easy. Last time I saw you playing this, I think you were doing base building. What's happening now? This is a little bit of a domain. They've added a couple of new areas that we can come in here and explore. But we are time locked. The more time we spend in here, the more the derangement level goes up. And once it's full, that's going to kick us out. So we have a bit of a limited time to try and pick up as many resources as possible before we are dragged out. They've put a few extra pools in here. They get you to work for them. Okay, there's one complete, and finally the limit goes up. Next one, more giant weaponry, more Yvonne statuettes, and one tube professor. And the other ones we still can't touch. Missing at least more tubes from there. What do you mean scan the aberrant core? We've just done that.
総員準備完了。いつでも出発できます。
We managed to come in here and take down the boss of the new area. What else is there to do? I mean, on top of collecting more stuff to expand our inventory and whatnot. But yeah, sadly, when it comes to base building, they've added one new type of material, which opens the way to a few new recipes. But currently I've got nothing to spend the result of those recipes on. Hi, bye. Okay, we can get by without summoning the boss again. And there's our aberrant core. Wait, Area 5? Didn't they only add Area 4? They added 2 instead of 1? Okay, no, this is closed and they're not gonna open it up for us. That's likely something they're going to open in 1.2. So, we've got a little bit of stuff to pick up here, and we can take down the boss again. Let's see how long we can last. How much stuff we can actually pick up before we are forcibly dragged out. Even though I don't think I need these rare nodules anymore. Because these give you points, but they're not useful as quest rewards, event rewards. Yeah, those can likely go. And there's actually quite a lot of ore barrels in here. Okay, that's a reading from up top. We still have plenty of time and resources. I want to see if I can find the room with all the enemies in it again. Do a little bit of an AoE sweep in there. But maybe not, we're 2.4k already. I should probably go easier on these guys. They're going down way too fast.
少し慎重に進めた方がいいと思います。
Oh, okay, we've done 2. Yeah, this one doesn't need giant weaponry. I think we might have done 2 on top of the big main quest. This is a neat little exploration mode. Again, kind of wish they made it a recurring one. The size of the portal has just increased by 0.3%. Well done. What do you mean 0.3? Compared to data, even when derangement reached dangerous level, ambient readings quickly drop back to... Okay, to the initial baseline after you left. Not saying the place has been affected by the ether, but it seems odd when the readings could return to these initial ranges after some extreme fluctuations. Perhaps the contamination is just a change of state. Perhaps we never truly approached it. It only entered a specific instance of it. This is simply amazing, an entity that is stable yet active, dangerous yet secure. We can definitely achieve something substantial if we could leverage these properties. I'll begin the additional research commissions to help upgrade our exploration support tech. Time to hasten our exploration efforts. And of course, to be continued. Again, I don't know, one update every 5 weeks seems a little bit slow.
Endfield 危機対策班準備完了。
If, again, 5 weeks is the standard duration that they're aiming for the rest of the few patches. Because personally, I wouldn't mind if it was a little bit slower. More time to save. More safety for the characters that you actually want to pick up. Okay, plus 5 slots. First skill cast after the start of combat deals more damage. Okay, cool, they actually make it even easier for you to explore. Also, we've only done a couple quests and a little bit of exploration down here. And yet... almost 30 pools. Considering I kind of zeroed out yesterday, almost 30 pools in 2 days is actually not that bad. We still have plenty of exploration as well as all of the... as well as all of the events going on. Not bad. Really not bad. Now, going back here. This is a mess. This has honestly become a little bit of a mess. And I need to try and figure out something to put things back in order so that production can go a little bit smoother. Because I can make the new batteries, the SC Wuling one. This is base, yeah, this is one of them. When it comes to Wuling, we've got 2 of these areas onto which to build stuff. But the reason you want to build this stuff is here. This is the outpost we are currently at. The outpost produces money, stock bills, and you produce materials that you sell for stock bills. Right now I'm still selling LC wooling batteries, but this is one tier prior to what I can make now. So we've got new stuff, but we can't sell it, because the outpost is not level 3 yet. Once the outpost goes to level 3, hopefully we get the Yazeng syringe B and the medium wooling battery, which are also going to give us more money per product that we sell. And that means that our production lines also have to change to accommodate that. Because like right now, this is only making batteries. We need 4 of these dense originium powder, and each of these has the little plants going in them, all for one battery line. Not to mention, the battery wants this zircon material right here, and for this zircon material, there's the production line up here. Couldn't really bring this output into this input, so I'm separating these two. On the bright side, you can set these kind of wherever you want, as long as they touch each other. So there's plenty of space to build stuff. Not to mention, these things want different liquids, all of them. And the formulas down here can get a little bit annoying, because they also produce waste materials, and you have to dispose of this waste material. Otherwise, if this fills up the machine, the entire machine shuts down. And I think I might want another of these reactor crucibles to produce this material here. What was it called again? Zircon. It's just that with the stuff that we've gotten, this red material here, cuprium ore, is new, and we only have an income of 80 per minute. 3 of these already. One of these should be 30 per minute. So that's 3, 6, 90 a minute consumption, which is already too high. I will need to remove one of these, bring this down to 2, and leave one exclusively to produce stuff to craft gear. Not to mention, show me the products. This is the fitting unit for cuprium parts. There's the syringe here. That's the production line for the syringe. I need one of these to mold into cuprium bottles, then fill the bottles with liquid from an entire separate production line. And I need a second one to fit and turn into syringe. It's also 10 to 5, so there's 3 entire lines for a 100% efficiency production for these syringes here. Which leaves me basically maybe 1 available. No, not even 1 available, because this already kills it. If I want to make syringes, this kills my entire production. But I don't really want to ruin things like things in here. So I'm probably going to have to move to the first base, clear everything off of the first base, and see what I can do for this new production line. Because that's a bit complicated. Yes, this one is for gear. Thankfully, this is simple enough. Just one little line. Efficiency doesn't really matter, because in order to craft one piece of gear, you only need 50. I'm 1 day, I've got 2,500, so I'm fine over there. but everything else kind of needs to be removed. Skyforges, this is all fine. Thankfully, we can make 4 now. There's a bit of space between one and the other, but I'm not sure if I want to try and smoosh them a bit closer together. This absolutely has to go. This is for the older potions that I'm no longer using. And this is for another piece of battery, which I don't think I can keep up with. So all this stuff very likely has to go as well. But I'll see. I'm a little bit doubtful about actually pulling the plug here. Still, for the time being, it's 8:30 PM. And I guess that's gonna be it for me for the moment. I need to go prepare dinner as well. As always, thanks a lot for coming by and playing through the latest story chapter with me. Hopefully tomorrow I can get up for Grand Blue Fantasy, because I still need to finish that event. So if you want to come around, I guess I'll see you guys around then. As always, have a nice dinner, have a nice night, and bye bye. Ciao.